Today I'm going to talk to you about some intelligent connectivity solutions that are available from Advantech. This ESRP CMS SR304 package is a zero-touch mass router deployment package. It's coming to you as a solution for deploying a large number of routers using management software, central management software called WebAccess DMP. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is what is WebAccess DMP? So what is the software package and what do you typically use it for? Before I talk about the software package itself, I'm just going to introduce you quickly to the WISE PaaS architecture. So we can see in this diagram that on the bottom half we have a number of hardware device types. We have edge intelligence gateways, we have IoT gateways, we have wizard wireless sensor nodes that are used for data acquisition. These types of hardware can communicate to the middle layer in this diagram, the device management layer. The device management layer is the WebAccess DMP Edge Intelligence Provisioning Platform software. In that software, we can do device configuration for the routers and gateways and sensor nodes at the edge of the network. We can also create configuration profiles, which allows us to deploy the same configuration to large quantities of devices and routers, gateways, wizard nodes at the edge. So effectively, this is an edge intelligence delivery system. What that really means is we can also deploy applications, user modules and such to our routers and gateways. And the last thing that WebAccess DMP offers is monitoring, so status monitoring of those devices at the network edge. WebAccess DMP is software that runs on the cloud. The cloud edition is called Eagle, but in this package what you buy is the EMU edition. The EMU edition allows you to install and run this software on your own server-side infrastructure. There are 4 options available for you to purchase so that you can start small with small projects and then scale up. This particular package gives you a license for 50 connected routers in your on-premises installation. The next thing I'm going to talk about is the cellular router, the SR304 cellular router. This is one of the device types that is managed by the software system. So back to our diagram here, we can see that we have an edge intelligence router that's highlighted. This is a 3G and an LTE capable cellular router. This is what it looks like. So the hardware for this particular SmartFlex, you can see that you have 3 antennas. 2 of them are required for LTE diversity. 1 of them would be used for GPS and location. This particular model that comes in the package has 3 Ethernet ports in addition to the 2 standard Ethernet ports for LAN and WAN. So that allows you to have switching capability in your edge cellular router. This particular model also has 2 SIM cards, so it gives you a diversity of carrier in your operator, and it has an SD card slot. This particular router comes in a metal enclosure, which is very good for robust industrial applications. The key points of the cellular router: it has a powerful CPU, it gives 10 to 60 volts DC in operation, it has a wide operating temperature, and as I've already mentioned, we have the extension card that comes in the package of 3 Ethernet ports. But this particular model can also have expansion cards that give you serial interfaces like RS-232, 422 and 485, or you can decide not to have any extension cards in your model. There is a micro SD card in all of these cellular routers also. So what's an example use case? Why would we use this product package? So in this example, what we're showing is On the right hand side in this diagram, we can see that WebAccess DMP, which is the server hosted software that communicates with edge devices, that runs. In that software, we configure applications and configuration profiles for a group of cellular routers. The cellular routers themselves are fitted into buses. So we can see in the bottom right hand side here, we have buses in which the cellular routers are fitted. For each bus, there will be a ticketing machine and a validation machine hooked up to the Ethernet ports. Then it has a cellular backend which communicates to the cellular infrastructure. As each bus is fitted and the cellular routers are turned on, they automatically make a connection to the server-side infrastructure software, which is WebAccess DMP. WebAccess DMP then deploys pre-configuration settings, including applications settings and user module settings, for example, for things like GPS enablement. It deploys all of those things automatically from the central server side to each individual router as it is powered on, and the routers reside in each of those buses. So now in summary, the software itself provides management and provisioning for remote assets like cellular routers. In this package, you will also get a ESR304 cellular router, which you can use for deployment so that you can understand how the router itself works and how the software deployment capability works. WebAccess DMP is offered in scale-up purchase options. So for example, from this particular package, which gives you a license for up to 50 managed routers, you can scale up to the next level, which is 400, then the next one, which is 1000, then up to 5000, and finally to the unlimited version. WebAccess DMP is API enabled, which means you get remote access through the API to all of your remote assets. It enables you to do no-touch provisioning by pre-configuring the routers in advance in configuration profiles. In this bundle, we have one ESR304 cellular router. We have a 50 device license for WebAccess DMP, which means that you can have up to 50 routers in your configuration. You were allowed to have only one tenant in this particular instance of the software, and you can manage all of those routers. If you have up to 50 of them connected, you can manage all 50 of them in a single configuration or group profile. The minimum requirements to install the software are shown on the right. You need an instance of a web server, which must support Microsoft IIS server. That particular hardware must have 4 cores, 8 gigabytes of RAM, and 80 gigabytes of free storage space. You will also have a second instance of Microsoft server installed. This one will be the database server. This one must have Microsoft SQL Server 2014 or above. It must have SQL Server Express as a bare minimum. Now, I put an asterisk in there because if you intend to scale this license, then please use Microsoft SQL Server Full Edition, not just the SQL Server Express. SQL Server Express is perfectly fine for evaluation purposes, so please don't let that be a barrier. Get going immediately with SQL Server Express. Thank you for your attention in this presentation. If you need any further information or if you have any queries, do contact us at the email address shown. Thank you very much.